Welcome to the Vernon Hills Update. The update offers information about a variety of village services. You'll meet a few of your neighbors and you'll find out about upcoming events. On today's show, we'll talk with Community Development Director Mike Atkinson about the local economy as well as current and future projects around the village, including preliminary ideas for updates to Hawthorne Mall. We'll meet with the Volunteer Summer Celebration Committee to find out what's in store for this year's event planned for July 18th through the 21st at Century Park. And we'll run through a variety of family-friendly summer opportunities, including the free Vernon Hills Arbor Theater concerts, the annual 4th of July parade, and the Independence Day concert and fireworks show. Thank you for tuning in to the Vernon Hills Update.
Well, we've come over to the Village Hall, to the site of the former Lashen Center, I guess, is one of the things we're going to be talking about here today. We're with Mike Atkinson, who's the director, I had to read this, Director of Community Development, because that's a little bit different title than we used to come and talk to you.
Yeah, that's correct. I was formerly the building commissioner for the village, and with some reorganization now, the building commissioner and the Director of Community Development has been folded into one position.
Okay. Well, and it kind of makes sense, because it's all about new things going on in town and build outs and everything like that. And before we start talking about some of those projects that are going on, including the Lashen Center, it's just, I think, important to remind everybody how the village works and how sales tax is so important to how the village of Vernon Hills operates.
Yeah, that's true. I think as most people know, the village doesn't have a property tax. We do not collect anything from that revenue stream. So we rely primarily on retail sales tax. Also, to a lesser degree, food and beverage tax. So, having a strong retail market is really vital to the village.
Well, another thing, when we talk about how retail works for the village, we have a recent Milanofi report, which is kind of a look at our whole market, what's open, what could happen here. And it was a follow-up report to something done in, I think it was like 2008 or 2009, that when you go back and read it, it's incredible. It's like a prophecy of what was going to happen here in town. We have a new report. Can you talk a little bit about that?
Sure. We contracted with Milanofi and Associates to do a retail market and strategy report for us. This is something staff can use as a tool to help identify what uses would be attracted to different areas in the village. The focus of the report was on Hawthorne Mall and the shops at Greg's Landing, and also the Darling Farm, which is a property that's it's approximately 50 acres just north of Corporate Woods. So again, it's really important for this study to be updated every 5 to 10 years or so, just to help us understand what kind of retail stores, restaurants, and different uses would be attracted to different areas.
And when it comes to that report, actually, we always say the retail market is changing, everybody's doing things online, but actually the report was very positive for how Vernon Hills remains a very strong retail base.
Yeah, that's true. And in particular, the report identified the intersection of Town Line Road and Route 60. That's where we have Hawthorne Mall, or regional mall. The report characterized that intersection as the corner of Main and Main Street. And really it is, when you think about the mall on one intersection, Hawthorne Square on the other, River Tree Court, and a new development, Melody Farm. All that is located at this intersection. Real strong retail environment there.
Well, he mentioned too, if you're going to go furniture shopping, most people come up along here because that's where all the furniture stores are.
Yeah, we're number one when it comes to furniture sales. We really are a leader in that market. And of course, wherever there's furniture stores, there's mattress stores as well. Yeah. And we also seem to be leading in that market as well.
Well, that's good to know. That's good to know. So when we talk about that, the Milanofi report, like you said, part of it was to go into the mall and what was going to happen next. The mall owners have really, I guess, made a commitment to the mall. They have bought some more things. They have they're ready to improve some areas. They haven't backed off. They've dove in a little harder. And so let's talk again about how the mall is planning to revamp, and understanding that it's all in concept stage at this point.
Yeah, and for people that don't know, the mall was purchased by a new ownership group a little over 2 years ago, and they're in this to stay. When Sears closed down, and that's not only the building but the property that extends out to the right-of-ways, the mall ownership bought that property. When Carson's closed down, they bought that property as well, and that includes Carson's furniture. Their plan is to reinvest in the property, and that'll happen in various stages. Right now, we're in the technical review process for a 3-lot subdivision along Milwaukee Avenue. That'll be for 3 different restaurants. We're also in permitting stage for what will be a renovation of the main core inside the mall. That'll be the center core. Another phase will be the redevelopment of Carson's. In discussions with the mall, I know they are looking toward a specialty grocer and then also a junior anchor store as well that'll replace the Carson store then. And the final phase, and again, this is just a concept stage, would be completely removing the Sears store and replacing it with a boulevard that would include mixed uses. It would be more pedestrian friendly. It would have open spaces, a small park, water features. There'd be retail and restaurant uses on the main floor, and then 2 floors above those would be residential uses. So it would be a mixed-use development. That'll be really the new focus of the mall. That's just at concept stage, but we'll be seeing progress on that in the next 12 months.
Okay. And when we talk about concept stage, it's important for people to understand, like the mall came in, you can actually go on the website, on the development website, and look at all the drawings and all the thinking that the mall has put into it. You can also go in and look at the marketing report there and see what they're planning to do. But as you mentioned, in technical review, that's when you look at everything and see how does it all work together. Everything from traffic flow to parking, enough parking lots, and safety of pedestrians and the whole 9 yards. That's really what you're working on right now. It isn't like there's a done deal ready to go. This is a long process.
Yeah, that's correct. And it's a phased process as well. So different phases of the mall are at different steps. Concept stage is coming up with an idea, a general layout, an understanding of uses, and presenting that to the board to make sure that's something that the board is okay with. Once getting direction from the board, then we can move to technical review, and that's when we get into the details of it. That's when we're looking at parking counts, building placement, detention requirements, and those kinds of things. So, yeah, it is a long process from concept, thought to technical review, through the public hearing process, and then finally to permitting stage. There's several months that take place through all that before we actually see construction starting.
Well, and that's where people can come to P&Z, planning and zoning meetings. You can ask questions. You can be at village board meetings. It's multiple stops along this before anything happens.
Yeah, it sure is. And as you mentioned, we have a special section on our website set up, so as we get information, we can share it with the community. And then because of the size and complexity of the project, there'll be several public hearings where anyone who wants to show up to listen or be heard will have the opportunity to do so.
So that's something to keep. And when we talk about how long projects take, let's go across the street there from Milwaukee, from the mall to Melody Farms, because it was actually their concept presentation happened in August of 2015. So here we are. You're still got a few more tenants going in. The residential part is complete, and they're renting those up. You're just putting the finishing touches on that. So you're looking from August 2015 till today. That's the kind of timeline we're on.
Yeah, and that'll be consistent with the timeline that the mall will go through as well. You know, by the time we get through the entitlement processes, the permitting process, and the actual construction itself. So.
Yeah, interesting. So let's talk about. Melody Farm is pretty much built out. You've got a few more restaurants kind of building themselves and coming online, but for the most part, would you call it done?
Yeah, well, it's substantially complete. Most of the buildings have been constructed. There's still 2 lots where they can construct 2 new buildings. One is envisioned to be a restaurant type use. Another one will be a less impactful use, like maybe a bank or something like that. So we've moved pretty much into the tenant build out stage. They're about I think between 50 and 60% occupied now. Permits are still coming in with new tenants. We think by the end of this year, they'll be somewhere around 90% occupied.
That's pretty good. That's pretty good, especially in this economy when everybody was worried about it, to know we're like that. So that's Melody Farms. When we talk about something else, let's go up the street. Let's change gears a little to residential, because I know a lot of us, as we drive up past the Cuneo Mansion, we see that there's some housing. That housing development is taking shape. We've got people in there. How are some of these other places looking, particularly like I'm thinking Cuneo?
It's actually coming along quite well. It's a 128 single-family lot subdivision. We've issued permits for 40 of those lots, and we're issuing permits at a pace of about 3 to 4 per month. So it's moving at a pretty brisk pace.
That is a brisk pace, especially since we kind of had once Greg's Landing got operational and it kind of all slowed down again. So you're coming back at this again. Well, similar to Woodland Chase, which is on 45 and Buffalo Grove Road. That's kind of a newer subdivision, and that seems to be coming along too.
Yeah, that's a new subdivision. It's smaller in size. The homes are larger though, but the lots are fewer. It's approximately 41 lots. It's at the intersection, as you said, Buffalo Grove Road and Route 45. Interestingly enough, the south lots are in the Stevenson School District. The north lots are in the Vernon Hills School District. And that's pretty much the way it's going to remain, because that's what the school districts wish for it. We've issued 8 permits now. Again, they're larger, more custom style houses, so that'll move at a slower pace.
Okay, interesting. Well, and just as one final on Port Clinton Place, which is on 45 in Milwaukee, that had kind of a long history, the residential portion. Is that all complete now? Have we got all townhouses and whatever needed to be there done?
It is real close to being completed. They're almost done with the last 16 townhomes, and that'll complete really the entire town center, which started as a TIF district back in 2006. So that development's taken a long time, and as everyone knows, or I think most people know, that development started, it got to a certain point, the recession hit, and that pretty much slowed things down. The retail portion is completely done. It was just a matter of this last remaining lot for residential. So after a long storied history, it's finally coming to a close.
That's good. That's good to button something up there. And we could talk miscellaneous stuff. I mean, Bears Fit just opened. That's a pretty cool thing. It's been getting a lot of interest. How about Forge Club? Now, that's over by Lifetime Fitness on Milwaukee. What's going on over there?
Yeah, Forge Club, which is located just one lot north of Lifetime. A group came before the board for a concept presentation to have a synagogue that would also include a catering kitchen. It would also include in-house services for those people that are transitioning from rehabilitation centers back into society, and then also outpatient services for those same types of individuals. So that's a mixed-use thing, and we are waiting for them to submit for technical review. We would anticipate construction starting there probably around the end of this year.
And that's been a kind of an unusual site over there. And that's over by the Darling site, right? Too, right? They're all kind of together there.
Yeah, the Darling farm is adjacent to it to the west and the north. It's a very narrow, deep lot. It has wetlands and other limitations to it. IDOT limits access to it to right in, right out only. So it's been sitting vacant for a while, but it's found what looks to be a very appropriate use for the property.
Excellent. That's good to know. So, I was sitting looking at your board, and I saw things like Shake Shack and Panda Express. So we got a few new things we can be watching around town.
Yeah, Shake Shack is another outlet at Melody Farm. It's just south of the REI store, and they're well underway in construction. They're under roof. They'll probably be done July or August of this year, and they'll be open. What was the other one that you asked me about?
Let's see. We have Panda Express, Invicto, Ramen House. I was trying to just do a little spying.
Yeah, and there's actually so many it's hard to keep track of them. But Invicto is a Mexican style restaurant that's also at Melody Farm. Ramen House will be located in River Tree Court. They have one other location. They'll be opening up their second store here in Vernon Hills,
And then Panda Express is moving and going to have a a drive-through. Is that right?
Yeah, Panda Express. They currently have one in the Shops at Greg's Landing. They would be relocating to an outlet that would be created in front of the Hobby Lobby at Hawthorne Village Commons. And yes, it would include a drive-through as well.
I love to drive through for everything. I'm just saying, I'm kind of lazy. Now we got a few big projects that are going around. You know, they're kind of government. They're a community. They're schools and things like that. So let's do a quick rundown of some of the big projects that are happening. Like Vernon Hills High School has a fairly substantial addition that's going to be coming underway.
Yeah, and they're just getting started with construction. There's 3 parts to what they'll be doing. There'll be a 3-story addition off of the east side of the building that will include a stem cell lab. There's
STEM lab. No cells, I don't think.
Thank you, STEM lab. And there'll be an addition off the west side of the building. That'll be for a gymnasium, and then also within the courtyard to expand the cafeteria and staff room.
That's cool, especially that cafeteria has been a thing. So if anybody's gone there, they'll know they won't have to sit on the floor anymore. It'll be great. So that's Vernon Hills High School. Libertyville High School also has some stuff going on, but you don't have to deal with that too much, do you? So Hawthorne, I call it the kindergarten building, but I think it's called the early learning building. That's going to be over at the Sullivan Center on Aspen. I see stuff happening.
Yep, they're underway as well. It's School District 73. What they'll be doing is consolidating most of their kindergarten classes to this facility, which is in addition to the kindergarten center, which creates really a nice synergy with the Sullivan Center because they include preschool services. So children that are going there for preschool, when they reach the age to go to kindergarten, really just need to walk down the hall and they're in kindergarten.
Well, and they can share gym space and all those things. They don't have to duplicate. That's nice. So that's coming along. That'll be coming along quick. And then just up the street at the Aspen Drive Library, they're also coming along really fast.
Yeah, Aspen Drive is doing an addition off of the east side of the building, also a parking lot expansion. They get a lot of traffic through there, and even though the building is only about 10 years old, they've already outgrown themselves, so the addition will help accommodate the demand.
And I believe you can look on their website for the Cook Memorial Library website. I think they've got a camera on there, so you can kind of look and see how it's going. Pretty cool. And then let's wrap it up with, we're standing out here in front of the fence that's around the former Lashing Community Center, the former Tally Hole Golf Course, the former Village Hall. This looks like it's almost done when I've been able to peek around the fence, but tell us how this is coming.
Well, the building's completely gone. The foundation is gone as well. They're at a stage now where they are just backfilling the excavation so we can reestablish existing grade. Grass will be planted, and it'll just be an open green space that'll be left for the community to enjoy. The village has no plans to ever reconstruct a building on there. And yeah, it's been here a long time. It was Tally Ho Country Club, served an 18-hole golf course. There was a pool as part of it, which is now the new location of the current Village Hall. The 18-hole golf course is now a 9-hole golf course that's owned by the village. It was occupied as a village hall, as the Park District administrative facilities, and now after a long life, it's gone. Yeah.
And we've talked about that before. The long life, it repurposed over and over, and the amount of money that had to go into it to keep the thing going, it was just better to have some green space and not be putting the money into it.
Yeah, the building had really run its life cycle. It was the best decision really to remove the building from a financial perspective, and then yeah, it's a great opportunity to create more green space for the village.
So that's something we can watch as the summer comes on. We'll watch that grass grow, and we'll see how to use different places in town. So that's a lot of information I just made you go through. It was like having a math test, wasn't it, today? So thank you for taking the time to walk us through all these projects. If people want to know more, though, the website, the community development website, and you look on the sidebar, you can go through and see an awful lot of information coming up.
Absolutely. Just visit our website, and again, there's a special page for the Hawthorne redevelopment that gives updates, and a lot of good information there, and you can also just call the Village Hall, too, if you wish.
Excellent. Thank you for taking the time, and let's hope for good weather all summer so all these projects can go smoothly. So, thank you.
Thank you, Len.
We are at that time of year, summer celebration, coming up in July 18th through the 21st. As a matter of fact, July 18th through 21st, that's Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. And we are here with the group that's been working hard to get this ready for us. This is our summer celebration volunteer committee, because this is a group of volunteers that works to get this done. We don't hire this stuff done. We get it done ourselves here in town. Kathy Zerillo, you're the chairman of this motley crew.
I am.
It's a great crew,
Guilty.
isn't it?
It's a great crew. Are you kidding? We wouldn't get anything done without them.
Well, let's talk about this. Summer Celebration is a community event, but it started just as a little picnic, and boy, it has moved along.
I believe over 50 years ago, it just used to be a family picnic in the park, and it's just grown year after year after year to what it is today.
Yeah, and what it is today is 4 days of fun over at Big Bear Lake. It's a great location. It's a pretty spot.
It's beautiful there. It's changing up this year because of the changes to the park, but we believe it'll still be a great event, and the changes, I believe, everyone will like.
Yeah, I think so too. And one more thing, because is you go to Century Park, sometimes you just say to yourself, I'm trying to get there for Thursday night opening at 6 o'clock, or trying to get there every day. Where do I park? And the best thing to do is there's places around, but you can park at the mall and walk.
You can park at the wall and walk. I believe you can park in one of the buildings across the street because in the evening the businesses are closed. So they're usually not a problem parking very close if you need to.
Well, this year is going to be spectacular, as they all are. And as we mentioned, these guys are all volunteers. This is like your family.
They are like a family. We spend a lot of time together.
Thinking about that, how long have you been working on it? How many years have you been doing this?
Way over 20 years.
Way over 20 years. So, and look at how happy they are.
I started out as a volunteer. I started out selling beer tickets, sitting in a booth for like 4 or 5 years.
Well, let's talk about selling beer tickets. That's one of those things in town that you're everybody's friend, and the booths are air conditioned. So let's talk to Danielle about how you can help.
You can go on our website, click on that, and go to volunteers. And volunteer for the carnival tickets or beer tickets or serving beer also.
Okay. Now, if you serve beer, do you have to have a special training?
A Bassett training, and we provide that the Tuesday before the event. It's in the evening time, and that'll also be on our website.
Okay. And if you've done this before, do you have to re-Bassett train every year?
Yes, you should. Yep, it's a good refresher to know the rules and laws and what to look for when carding people and how to handle the serving of the beer.
Well, and I was going to say, too, those booths that you sit in for the tickets, you see the whole world go by, and you've got air conditioning.
It's really nice and entertaining, I have to say. Carnival tickets also, that's in the rear of the event, and it's fun, it's easy, it's wristbands and tickets for the carnival rides. The shifts aren't too long, and it's fun for everyone. That's where I started.
I think that's where a lot of people start, and that's where actually you get to know a lot of your neighbors, because everybody's coming up to the booth. Who can talk about the carnival, since we talked about wristbands? Anybody can speak to that?
I can speak to the carnival. Same carnival as last year. Windy City Amusements, we've had them for probably the last 15 or 20 years. They've have a lot of new rides. We expect to see a little different layout this year because there'll be just a little bit more room for them. And we don't, we'll have carnival wristband specials. We'll post those on the webpage. The hours are pretty standard. We're open pretty much the whole time of the event. They close an hour. We close the carnival 1 hour before the grounds close, so that they have time to close up and we get out of there within midnight or 1 o'clock. So
and the key are those wristband specials, because you can ride like everything.
The ride specials are good.
Yeah, they are good. Who can speak to food, because that's what I go over there and do. I don't ride the rides, but I eat the food. So
There's a lot of people that come in and eat the food.
Well, let's talk about that. If you've never been there before, there's a lot of restaurants and different things you can just go through the kind of the food concession area.
Yeah, we'll be putting them up on the website tonight or tomorrow, and we have a bunch of returning vendors that have been with us for many, many years, and then we have some new ones coming in as well. And it'll be our first time that we're introducing food trucks.
Oh, that'll be neat. So a few different kind of things then.
Yeah, we have a couple food trucks coming in too. So.
Well, it's the sort of thing, because you don't have to pay to get in. You can just go over there and pay for your supper, and you don't have to cook that whole stretch, is my thinking on summer celebration.
Right, and what's nice is we have ATMs on the premises, so you can get cash and pay the vendors cash versus having to buy tickets and then using tickets to do that. We've gone to straight cash for that. So.
That's a good idea. Straight cash and and no ticket to get in, so you can just go on over there. And then usually the VFW or people like that do like the Rotary. They do
does our corn.
Yeah, so they do the corn, and then you can usually buy pop from the VFW. So a lot of people you can help out. And then when we're talking about washing it down, I think Kyle is the guy who talks about how to wash it down in the big grown-up tent.
Yeah, so we'll, your same beers as every year. We'll have Mike's Hard Lemonade, wines, perfect, everything perfect for a nice hot summer night.
Yeah, there you go. And as I said, you buy the tickets and then you go on into the tent, and it's a great place to watch the world go by in there.
We have a great flow. Get your ID wristband and get the tickets, and you're at the bar where we move through everyone through pretty quickly and get everyone as much beer as they can. So
Good thinking. Now, let's see. We've got a husband and wife here. Why aren't you standing together? What's that about? and your son is how old? And he's going to be the next guy in the committee?
Yeah, he's 5.5 right now.
So he's almost ready for a shirt. So tell me some stuff from your point of view then.
As far as what I do, so my name is Jamie, and I do the entertainment for summer celebration.
So that's what we all get very excited to hear about. Now, I know there's still a lot of things. You got to get all the T's crossed and the I's dotted, so you can't always tell us everything. But can you give us a look at some of the things that are coming up for music?
Yes, we have a lot of new acts. On Thursday, we have the Pelvis Brothers, and they do more than just Elvis, but it's a very good show. So come out and see them, and they'll kick off right before the fireworks. And then on Friday, we have Radio Heroes opening up for Mel and Cougar on Friday. And then on Saturday, we have Trip and Billy's that will be opening for the Bodines.
Yeah, those are all going to be great. And you talked about those bands. Those are all bands that Mel and Cougars, I've heard people get really excited about. And we all know the Bodines. Can you sing one for us?
No, we're not going to.
Okay, all right.
People's ears will be bleeding. And then Sunday, we have, back by popular demand, we'll have karaoke. And come next week, Wednesday, check back in because that books up quickly. And so next week, we'll have it open for people to start signing up.
So by the time people watch this, they should get on the website right away. You have to be 16. It's a family-friendly show, and you only have so much room. But it does book up, and then that draws a crowd, too.
Very much so.
And when we talk about the music, because now you're the finance lady, so you're the ones making sure everybody's getting paid and everything's going. And one of the interesting things about it from a financial standpoint is you don't buy tickets to these concerts. You just come in. It's pretty cool.
Yeah, completely paid for by the village, so that's very nice. But yes, the only thing you're paying for is the sales for the carnival and your beer.
Your beer, and if you buy a corn on the cob, yeah, exactly. But the concerts, you can just come in and bring your chairs, and away you go. So, and if people want to get involved, I know businesses. We've just said we can volunteer. Businesses get involved. I believe you can buy banners if you want to have a little advertising. It's a good place to advertise.
Yeah, absolutely. The sponsorship is my department, and it's a wonderful way for the local businesses to get involved by purchasing the banners and sponsoring the event. So they get to put their banners in different places of the event, as far as the sidewalks all the way up to the stage. So it's a wonderful way for people of the town to know maybe some of the new businesses that are coming to our area. So it's always exciting to bring in some of the new and some of the old, and to be able to see the name on the street as you drive by and say, hey, I saw that at Summer Celebration.
Everybody goes through there. So, and if somebody wants to know more, go to the website or check with Village Hall on that one.
Exactly, website or Village Hall.
Okay. Yeah. Well, let's talk about who can talk about kids stuff? Because there's kids stuff too. Who wants to talk about that? Yeah. Now that's you've got some afternoons where parents can really take advantage of stuff. So.
Yes, Saturday afternoon and Sunday afternoons we have children's activities, usually from noon to 3, 1 to 4. I'm not 100% sure on our times yet. And we do face painting, we have balloon artists, we have kids crafts, which we change every year to try to change it up. On Sunday, which we call our Sunday Fun Day, we have a kids game show where it's like being on Jeopardy or something, where you have to answer a question and win prizes, and parents can go against kids and together, and it's kind of really cute. And they do a lot of little other games for the kids, contests for them.
So there's a lot of stuff going on, and we talked too. I'm going to come over to you because you've been involved in all this a long time. You also reach out to the community, so like there's Crema Cop. Can you speak to what that is? I mean, you know everything that's going on over there, so you can do that one, right?
So the police officers have volunteered to allow people to donate to different fundraisers so that they can smash shaving cream in their face. And it's been, I think this is the third year we're doing it now, third or fourth year, and it's been very successful every year to help raise money for different fundraisers that they select. So.
Yeah, and I think that's coming up. That's a Sunday afternoon thing, and the money for 100 Club, which is a really good cause. It's to support families of people who've lost fallen police officers. So, well, and other stuff happens too. I think there's probably going to be a car and bike show this year.
Yeah, there will be a car and bike show again, weather permitting, of course, and that'll be in the Rust-Oleum lot because the grounds have changed a little bit. So as you can see, the where the Opal lot was is all grassed over. We're moving the stage back, getting a little bit more room to hopefully have more seating for people out on the grass to see the fireworks and to see the band. So there will be a little bit different, as Kathy said, as far as the tents go, but it should be something that's pretty exciting for new people.
Well, I didn't think about that because you're the grounds guy, so you got to figure out how it all works. You got it under control, right?
We'll figure it out.
It'll work no matter what. And then there's also the one of the big things that happens is the bags tournament. Yeah, that's you too. Yeah, so that's a great thing to sign up for.
Yeah, the bags tournament is also free to sign up for. We get donation prizes from the beer vendor and from local businesses, gift cards and things like that we give out for the top 3 teams. So it's a lot of fun.
And that's free too, so you don't have to pay you just got to get signed up. Do you go online to sign up? Yes. Okay. Well, that's the key. Go to the website on all this stuff. You got to go to the website. And go to the website for changes in schedule, things. You guys add things all the time. So just take a look and mostly just come out and have fun. And from us to you, thank you for all you do, because I know this is a labor of love. You're here on another weeknight to work on this, so thank you for that. And get involved. It's a great thing for the whole community. You get to meet people like this. It's a lot of fun, right? It's a lot of fun, Kathy Zurillo.
It's tons of fun. What do you mean?
Thank you all. Thank you for all you do. And don't forget, come out for summer celebration. It'll be a blast. Well, we are here to talk about summer events. We finally got a nice day, Lisa Fishbeck, that we could sit outside and pretend it's going to be summer sometime in Vernon Hills. We are with Lisa. Lisa's our summer kind of person. You've got a lot of ideas for us. One of them is the free Arbor Theater concerts held over in the Arbor Theater. If you've never gone, you got to go. And you've got a little schedule change you want everybody to be aware of.
Right. Normally we have the concerts every Thursday. This year we were unable to get the rain location at the Sullivan Center, so we have 2 concerts that will be held on Wednesday night. So make sure you read the calendar and double check the dates, because we don't want you to show up on a Thursday night when the concert was yesterday.
Well, and when we talk about rain, the reason you have to have rain dates is because the Arbor Theater is a beautiful outdoor park venue, so you hold it just as, you try not to be rained out, but if you do, the park district helps out with Sullivan.
Absolutely, and they're very, very accommodating. So this year the concert series starts on the 12th of June. We have 2 local bands that we're having. We have the Dizzy Edge Band, and we also have the School of Rock coming up from Libertyville, which is basically students that are practicing and they are excellent, actually. They've participated in our parades before, and they asked to do a concert this year, and we gave them a date, and we'd love to have the community come out and support them.
Well, let's talk about some of these dates you've got on the calendar. And we, as I keep harping on, it's free. What a great thing to have something to do at night.
Right. Concerts are free, no charge. They are in the evenings on Wednesdays and Thursdays from 7 to 9 p.m. There's plenty of parking in the corporate area right beside the Arbor Theater and across the street. So we encourage you to bring out your cooler maybe and have a little snack and come on out and with your blankets and your lawn chairs and enjoy the concerts.
So let's go through the rundown. You said the first one is Wednesday, June 12th, the Dizzy Edge Band. Right. So the first two are Wednesdays. Then.
Correct. Right.
So you want to read us what we got going on?
Right. So on Wednesday, June 12th, we have the Dizzy Edge Band. On Wednesday, June 19th, we have the School of Rock, which please come out and watch these kids. They are absolutely fantastic. On Thursday, June 27th, we have the Cadillac Groove Band.
We've been here before, right?
Oh, yes. They were here last year, and we had a good turnout with them. We have Rosie and the Rivets on July 11th. The Hillbilly Rock Stars on July 24th. And Final Say on August 1st. And we really encourage people to come out and enjoy these. This is what the community is about.
Yeah, it is. It's a great place to ride your bike over, meet your neighbor, just enjoy it. Maybe bring the bug spray. But actually, I don't know. With so many people there with their bug spray on, sometimes it's really comfortable. I think the bugs eat the people on the edges and not in the middle. So.
Oh, absolutely. And the music is of a variety. We have country, we have soul, we have mid-dance from the 50s and 60s for all ages. So come on out. I mean, I highly
people dance, people have fun.
Oh, they're very interactive bands. They love to have people dance. Love to have them.
And if you don't know where the Arbor Theater is, it's how do you explain it? It's over on Fairway Drive, and there, like you said, there's parking in the corporate areas.
Well, when you go down Fairway Drive and you turn left to go to the school, you're going to turn right to go to the Arbor Theater. I mean, the high school is right there. You can park there if you like. A little extra walking, but the Arbor Theater is just right north of the athletic complex.
It's a great place to go if you have not gone. A lot of people go and have their lunch there. It's just a peaceful place in the middle of town. So, and if there is rain, you make note of that. You can find it on. You announce that there's rain. You can tell when there's rain, and then that moves over to the Sullivan Center on Aspen Drive.
We usually know by 4 p.m. on the day of the concert whether there's going to be rain or not. So we post it on our website. We broadcast it out, and then if you call, the Village Hall will know.
Okay, excellent. So that is the Arbor Theater Concerts. It's a great free thing to do. Great family-friendly entertainment. Meet your neighbors. It's just fun to get out. Now, another thing that's all family-friendly is our Vernon Hills Independence Day celebration, which we do on 4th of July, which is Thursday this year.
Which is Thursday, yes, Thursday, July 4th. The parade steps off at 9 a.m. in the Deer Pass subdivision, starting at the Countryside Fire Department at 600 Aspen Drive. It will go down south on Deer Path, and then it goes west. It goes west on Sullivan and then north on Aspen to the schools, and then from there it's over. It's a 1.6 mile. The registration is available online right now on our website. We haven't had very many people sign up, so don't wait till the end.
It hasn't felt like summer yet, so we don't think about that. But you can be in the parade for nothing.
Right. It's a community event. Anyone can sign up. We just ask that you keep it family friendly. There are currently, we have 5, almost 6 marching units signed up to participate in the band or in the parade, and a couple outside units that are coming in volunteer their time. So we appreciate that. There are. The South Shore Drill Team, Band of the Black Watch, the Colts, cadets in the Colts, Drum and Bugle Corps. We have a bagpipe band, and we've got the choir wheel again, or the sire wheel, I believe it is. I haven't figured out how to pronounce that. But we have. You'll know when you see it. It's a very unique entertainment. there are volunteers that are working to get the parade coordinated. We hope the schools will participate, local communities, businesses. Yeah, bring the kids out. Get your baseball group signed up. Get your basketball group, your soccer, your hockey games. Come on, it's a good form of event, and it's a great day for the kids. We do look for volunteers on 4th of July. If you want, it makes it a great family day for everybody. Get mom and dad and the kids out. We'll put you to work lining up the parade and getting it stepped off. And so if you want to volunteer your time for the day, give me a call at the number on the screen or email me, and we'll put you to work. It's fun. It's from probably around 7 in the morning until 11 o'clock, and then after that you can go home and rest before the entertainment starts at 6:30 in the park.
Well, we talked about that's all the things going on, but like you said, at night the party continues, and it isn't just fireworks in Vernon Hills. You've got a band, you've got more dancing. There's everything going on the evening of the 4th of July.
Right. The Vernon Hills Park District provides a stage and a band for the evening. It starts at 6:30 until 9:30. It is the Big Fun Band. They've been here for the past couple years. They're great. They're family oriented. They love participation. They get the people involved, and they just have a blast. The fireworks will start at 9:30, so make sure you're there. I would recommend that you be there about quarter after. Unfortunately, they have been known to start sometimes 7 minutes early, and 7 minutes is a lot when you're looking for a fireworks show. So, but come early, enjoy the band, and then stay for the fireworks.
And that's all centered around Century Park still?
It's all Century Park over north of Route 60 by the,
it used to be OPA, so kind of near Rust-Oleum.
It's not, it's right there on Hawthorne Parkway and Fairway.
Right. And the Boy Scouts are out there, they're selling usually water bottles and glow sticks and things to support their efforts, but it's another community event.
Right, and we'd like you to support the Boy Scouts with their glow products and stuff. It's their annual fundraiser, and they do really well. I don't know if the Park District will be having a vendor over there, but usually there's someone for funnel cakes and ice cream. So, but I am not privy to that information quite yet.
Well, we're a little early. Again, it doesn't feel like summer yet. So we're a little slow on all this planning, So if anybody wants to volunteer, if you want to get your group into the parade, go online. If you've got questions, call Lisa. If you want to volunteer, call Lisa. And you've got it all. So
we'd also like to mention that we couldn't do this parade without Hawthorne District 73 providing us the overnight billeting for the bands that come in, as well as the Park District. The fire department, the public works department, the police department, all these entities get together and spend their entire day working on this parade for the community. So, again, a special thank you for the Vernon Hills Park District and District 73. So,
and to your committee that volunteers time.
Absolutely. The committee, they are awesome. They are just awesome.
If you wanted more people on the committee too, if somebody wanted to volunteer for the day and they're like, hey, this is kind of fun, I'm sure you could use more help planning ahead too, because the committee has to plan ahead a little.
Right. We have a couple people that are threatening to retire on me. So
after years and years, though. So
I believe we have 2 members on the committee that have been there for roughly 25 years.
There you go. That's a labor of love. So when we talk about another labor of love, and that is you are the keeper of Garage Sale Central. I was having trouble with the wording there. And let people know what that is and what it can do for them.
Well, Garage Sale Central is a free website that we let our Vernon Hills residents, if you send me your garage sale information, we will put it on our website. And then we do a broadcast email every Thursday sending out the information to over 2,000 people who have registered for Garage Sale Central. We'll put your address, a list of items that you want to sell, and the hours of operation and stuff. And there are several community garage sales listed up there right now that have their own registration sites. So please don't confuse that we do not register anybody for Garage Sale Central.
You're just publicizing.
We're advertising their homeowners association sites for them to sign up people on the Garage Sale Central. But it's free. You just have to email me your information, and I'll get it up right away.
Yeah, it's a great thing to look at if you're like a person that likes to go out garage sale and check it out on Friday morning and see what's going on.
Oh yeah.
For sure. So that's Garage Sale Central. One more thing you do, since we've got you here, is we like to talk with you about how to help our local food pantries, particularly our township food pantries. Vernon Hills Township has a pantry. Libertyville Township has a pantry. And the need is all year round. We think of it often at the winter holidays. But the need is all year round, and you can help people if their organization were to be collecting stuff for that.
Right. We collect, we take donations at the Vernon Hills Village Hall. We take donations at the Vernon Hills Police Department and the Public Works Department. The police department's open 24/7, so feel free if you want to, at 3 o'clock in the morning, you feel like dropping off food, go right ahead. We collect for the Vernon Township Food Pantry. We have a barrel in our lobby that we collect year round. We advertise that on the Thursday broadcast. The need is, again, it's a daily need. It's not just Christmas and the holidays. So non-perishable items and the household goods and things that they can use. Every little bit counts, and if your organization or company wants to do a food drive, give me a call. We'll coordinate that they come pick it up at your office, so you don't have to tote it all over here. But it's a worthwhile event for.
Yeah, and it's very appreciated. And unfortunately, there's hunger among us all year round. So that's nice that this is an easy way, because sometimes it's easy to collect, but it's really hard to get it where it needs to go. So the fact that you could maybe get somebody to help with that.
We will take care of that.
Well, thank you for taking the time. So that's a lot of things going on this summer. So if you have a question, you can go online, or you can call or email Lisa, and you're kind of like the point person for all the summer activities. So,
well, and keep in mind the Vernon Hills Park District has several summer activities going on as well. So make sure you log on to the Vernon Hills Park District for the Rib Fest and just a little quick little pub. Blurb, I should say, is this year they are changing the name from the Oktoberfest to the Fall Fest. So look out for details. Watch the website. It's going to be much bigger and much better than the Oktoberfest. So watch for details.
Well, and I'd like to also back up, and Park District is also bringing to town a farmer's market on Thursday evenings, kind of in the place where we're kind of over on Century Park. So that's another thing people can look for. I know you partner so much, the village partners so much with the Park District. Sometimes people don't know they're actually two different entities running a lot of programs. But like you said, check them out too, because there's a lot going on in town.
Oh, there is a lot going on.
And most of it is free. That's the nice part. So
that's true. That's
okay. Well, thank
true.
Thank you for taking the time, and let's all enjoy summer. So
turn this weather on.
There you go. Thank you.
All right.
Well, that wraps up this edition of the Vernon Hills Update. If you have comments or suggestions, please contact Mike Stordo at 847-918-3560 or email mikes@vhills.org. Thank you for tuning in to the Vernon Hills Update.